It is the best day of the week, the best time of the week. Sunday morning quarterback brought to you by all the top analysts in the game, powered by Pick City and Daily Bread Media. If this is your first week with us, welcome in. You missed a great week one and great week two with the Sunday morning quarterback crew. But other than that, you're not tapping in too late with us. As you know, we'll be covering each game, giving you the top fantasy advice, the top betting advice, and some DFS stuff as well. So make sure you are tuned in with us. Just as a heads up, we are live on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. And the biggest part is I would say hop over to our YouTube channel because Twitter does not allow us to show comments right now. So if you want your comments to be featured, if you want it to be shown with us, get over to our YouTube channel. We're monitoring the Twitter comments if you can't get over there, but the easiest way to get your stuff up on the screen is be tapping in with us on YouTube, just like Jonathan Walker is. We like when you guys write in our comments. But Sosa, how you doing today?
Oh man, you know what it is. I'm feeling great. Was just on Spaces, talking some shit, getting into these games, and just ready for another great Sunday. We did great last week. I expect it to be another wonderful Saturday or Sunday, just like it was a wonderful Saturday yesterday. Expect it to be the same old deal, the exact same thing. We running it right back. We going crazy. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You ready? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I am ready. And my team is not playing today, so we can get to the people to let us know their thoughts on that. But if your squad's not playing today, Sosa, and when your team's on a bye week or Monday night, Thursday night football, are you just straight red zone the whole time, or are you moving in and out of
I'm on
different
red
games?
zone. Wifey not gonna be at the crib. I might have like one of my homies might pop up, but yeah, I'm gonna be watching red zone today. It's more of a fantasy football like lock in with my teams sort of thing. These are like fantasy days. I can really monitor fantasy on days like today, just because my team don't play till tonight. You know what I'm saying? The Jimmy Garoppolo show don't start till about 8:30 p.m. So you know
Is
what I'm
that what
saying.
we're calling that now?
Hey man, I know last time we was on prime time, we lost the game because our quarterback threw a. I know he threw a fucking uh, pick six that sealed the game. That was really the difference in the game. You know.
Yes, sir. But let's get right into our first game. We have two games throughout today's entire slate where you'll just have to deal with Sosa and I. The rest of it, we have the top analysts from the teams covering them. So the first game that we will get into, and to be honest, we will not spend much time on this. It's our little primer. Get everyone in here. We got the Falcons traveling to the Giants. Talked to my neighbor this morning. He's not happy with how the squad's going. Won't tell you anything more about that. But so you give me the lowdown on this game because the media up here is killing them.
Oh man, listen, this Giants team has they lost it. We can give Washington football team credit and all that, but we know the truth. The Giants lost that game. You get the ball with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, and you can't convert or get a first down to seal the game. It was unbelievably bad. Then you let Heineke just go down the field and get them in the field goal range. I think Joe Judge is a moron. I'll leave with that. I think Joe Judge needs to get the hell out of town. I do believe that today it's a Saquon game. If I had to say anything in this game, if you're going to unleash him, today's the day. Falcons front four is weak. Secondary is weak. I see it could be both. I see it could be points on both sides. Also, I do think it could be both points on both sides, but I also think that New York should handle them well. If they don't, then that's real super cause for concern. I don't like this Atlanta team matching up against the NFC East at all. The team just don't match up well against teams in the division. In that division, you saw it with the Eagles week one. They had no chance of matching up. It just looked ugly and it got ugly fast. So I'm gonna continue to leave it like that. That's all I'm really thinking about. I think I like Saquon to score a touchdown, maybe Galladay to get one because big physical receivers should have their way with that secondary. And I think that Daniel Jones makes an assertive effort today to get on the same page with Kenny Golladay. He's looked pretty terrible with that to start the season. And I think that's a spot that I'm 100% looking forward to seeing. So
you're targeting just two guys on the Giants, not really thinking so. Is that where you're kind of just writing off the Falcons' money line as a potential dog for the day? Like you rather just stay off?
I'd rather stay off this game because the final score could go either way. I do know that one thing I've seen from the beginning of the season is that this Atlanta defense is not good. If the Eagles can put up 30 on you, Atlanta defense ain't it, bro. Straight up. Like it's just they're like if like that. But again, the Giants aren't anything to sneeze with. The Giants have incompetency at coach. They've done a bunch of stupid shit in the first two games. I can't endorse them to win. Just like I can't endorse just like I can't endorse Atlanta to win either. Okay, Josh likes he likes them. I mean, bro, I wouldn't talk you off it. You know what I mean? I can't just because I personally am not, dealing with the game, but I'm not going to talk you off it.
I think there's just better spots to be gambling your money today. You're putting unless you have some I won't say like inside information, but if you got a good feel on it, rip it. But I just think you're dealing with two teams that are highly volatile, not very consistent. So let's just get right into that next one. That's our talking about the Giants so we don't get fined portion. And let's get into Baltimore versus Detroit. And I don't see our man Picari with us yet here.
Oh man, that's okay. He's probably hungover. Probably got to enjoy himself a little bit last night,
Oh man. I'm getting yelled at.
I'm not saying y'all are going to lose. You've seen the props I picked. You can't be mad at me. I picked the right props. I picked Golladay and Saquon the ball. This guy, it's just unwarranted hate.
There is no
Eagle fans.
I didn't say anything on the game. I was just saying I asked a question on it.
Right. Fair enough. But if Picari's not popping up
here
he is. Okay.
Thanks for yelling at me. That made
my man. Let's go. Another week to get us some wins. He's been on fire. You know how difficult it is to pick winners with the Detroit Lions?
Very difficult.
So y'all should really listen right now. For real, because he's been on fire. What's up, Picari? How's your weekend treating you? How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. It was raining up here past couple of days, but now it's nice and sunny. I love it. It's a great fall morning for some good football. Internet was trying to keep me down. Didn't want my camera to load, so I just got up on the phone. But we here, baby. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I know. Well, you're not delusional like some other Lion fans, but one thing I will say is this: you guys did the game last week was not indicative. The final score was not indicative of how well y'all played in the first half.
True that.
Another thing that the casual sports fan did not realize is that it rained the whole second half in Green Bay.
Yep.
And you didn't really see it on the TV. Like even Aaron Rodgers was talking about it. He was like, like the mist and the water, like it was raining the entire second half. And if we go back to the game, one play decided the game. Jared Goff fumbled the ball, and that was all she wrote. It went from an 11-point game to which you could start the fourth quarter, go downfield, get points, to giving Green Bay the ball at the beginning of the fourth quarter inside your 30. Game was over.
I knew it. And as soon as that phone bounced, I was like, well, my Green Bay spread is about to hit.
Right. You saw the first, and bro, what really hurt was this: is that it wasn't in the fourth. It was like they literally had to just get out the fourth quarter one play, get out the third quarter one play, fumbles on that one play, and that's like I said, that's all she wrote. So this week, obviously it's going to be a tough season in Detroit. I personally, I want to hear what props you like for your team today because I think it's definitely a good spot. You're back inside.
Mm-hmm. Back inside, back at home.
That always helps. So,
My main two I'm rolling with today are Hockenson with over 63.5 yards, and that's at minus 115, and then Swift over 31.5 receiving yards, too, at minus 115 as well. I figure they're going to have to throw the ball because obviously Lamar and company are going to run right through the Lions because our run defense is basically non-existent. And I feel like going through the air is going to be our best bet to get some points on the board. And I also was liking the Lions team total is only at 20.5, which I thought was great. They hit that the first game. They almost hit it the second game if it wasn't monsoony in the second half. So I feel like that's going to be a good spot to conquer that.
So tell me how is if someone's has Quintez Cephas on their fantasy team starting in the wide receiver 2 spot, how are you feeling today? Because he's their wide out number 1 right now.
Basically, yeah, because Terrell is out. Basically, he's been concussed for like basically 3 weeks, and I feel like they're gonna have to get it over to him. I almost took him as an anytime touchdown last week. I was like, nah, no way he's gonna do it 2 weeks in a row. But they got to throw the ball to somebody, and it's basically Hockenson, Swift. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown is basically another one that's probably gonna be on the outside or in the slot. And this is basically just a bunch of nobodies, to say the least. So, I mean, I would probably move him. Yeah, if you got 3 wide receiver spots in your fantasy, I would probably put him in the 3rd wide receiver spot. But if you got somebody that's a little more seasoned, I would take them over him. But if it's like a 12-team league or, something where it's thin, hey, he might get you 10, 12 points.
I'm happy to hear that. And then the Ravens defense, I mean, they took some decent injuries last week. And then I just saw our man Chuck saying a few guys are popping on the COVID list today. So that team total is looking pretty nice from that angle.
It is. Let's go. And I'm thinking the over too, because I feel like obviously Ravens going to put up points. And then if they put up, 25, 30, and then if we hit the team total, that's over 50.5 right there.
I think I like that play. Actually, I like the over in the game. A lot of people are on the under because obviously, Lamar and them could put up 40 or so by themselves.
Mm-hmm. I got a feeling about this. Lions are going to be over boys for this season. Clip this.
I like it.
Keep it.
I like y'all to put up points. I like y'all to put up points indoors, man.
Exactly.
I love it. Also, somebody said that was T-Slick Goff throwing a pick today. Goff to throw a pick is at -165. Is it worth the juice? Probably not. He will throw a pick, though. That's
But he's going to do it.
I completely agree with that. He will throw a pick. We got a couple. We got Cam saying Ravens 27-23. Ravens -7.5. T-Slick.
Just a reminder for everyone who got in here late, jump over to YouTube so I can throw your comments up. If you're doing it on the Twitter, we have to read it.
Barkley, Saquon, Eckler, and now Madison. Which one do you sit? I think it's a no-brainer, man. You got to sit Madison. I mean,
yeah,
damn, you got to sit Madison just because it's Dalvin's that guy. Saquon, the matchup, you have to take it. Eckler, after seeing what the running backs for Baltimore did to Kansas City last week, you kind of have to roll with him.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 13 targets or some shit like that. You got to roll with him. What's the YouTube? The YouTube is Daily Bread Media. Daily Bread Media is how you find us.
Yeah, and it's tweeted out from our channel that we're live at on Twitter if you use your eyeballs. But Bakari, we're running up to where we got to move on to the next game. Any last words? We got all your plays out, the videos dropping with your plays as well through our Twitter channel. So anything last?
Lions +7.5, baby.
I know. Listen, I know Dalvin's hurt, but again,
he's got a flag.
Let's go. All right,
let's go.
All right, Brody. Appreciate
one
you.
One pride.
Let's go. Let's go.
Restore the roar happens today.
Let's go.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you, Brody.
I definitely have a Lions t-shirt somewhere in the bottom of my drawer. I need to get that out one week just to rock with them. Maybe when the Eagles have the bye, I can do that. But the next game we're going to be jumping into, and this is the last game where we do not have a correspondent with us. The rest of our games, we will have correspondents. We're going to jump into Bills Mafia versus the Washington football team here. So, Sosa, we don't really have that high of a total with it chilling at 45.5. It's one of your lower ones on the slate today. Is that telling you something here?
I think it's telling us something, but I don't know if I particularly like the I don't know if I want to touch it just because it's volatility. Secondly, bro, Heineke looked really good last week. I mean, I got to give him his credit. You got to give credit where it's due. He looked really good last week, man. For me to for me to jump in and be on the Bills, I put my money where my mouth is when it comes to Josh Allen. I don't think he's good. I'm going to stand by that. I'm not picking Washington to win the game, but I'm taking Washington with the points. I think that the D-line hasn't played well. Like the staple on which this defense was built on has not performed well. I think Washington money line is also a possible play, but I 100% believe that the Washington football team covers. I think that this is an absolutely disrespectful line, super disrespectful. And I guess it's because they haven't, picked it up yet. You know what I mean? They haven't really started to pick it up yet. You know what I'm saying? It's my boy Husan. Appreciate you, my man. Warner, little late. Lions versus the Ravens, both the score. Just damn, because Buffalo -7 took us $40,000. Jesus Christ. Yeah, bro, I can't touch that. I know you guys. I know people are on Buffalo, but like I said, I'm with the football team with the points. I'm not. I will say this though. Today Diggs will get off. I like Diggs' longest catch at 24.5 yards. He gonna get that today. He gonna have at least one 25-yard catch. You could book that. I like him to have 6, 7, 8 catches. Those corners aren't great. The middle guys aren't great. But like I said, for me personally, Washington their defense has not performed well. If you're going to tell me that this Washington team is getting 8 points against anyone when the defense has still performed this well, I take that every fucking time. You got to take Washington with the points, bro. And like I said, that's just the smart bet. It's not no bias. It's not just me saying I don't fucking like Josh Allen. It's just 8 points with that defense. And we have seen Josh Allen throw it 50 times in the game and not accumulate 300 yards. Give me the points. Easy call for me.
Yeah, this is where the under 27 on the Bills team total was the part that caught my eye the most here, because I don't think we see them put up a lot of points, and I just think the Bills are just going to try to rush it too much in this move here, and they're going to try to get one of the backs ready, and I don't think that's going to be the best part, but they just don't want Allen to take any unnecessary hits in this game, so I think we might see a little bit of a rush-heavy attack here from Buffalo. All right, now we get into basically all the top games in today's slate. So I know you have not a lot invested, but emotionally invested in this one. And we're bringing the man who always brings the energy here for the Patriots. Our man,
I got the smoke.
Michael.
I got the smoke for this guy. Let's go. I got the smoke for this guy.
Let's do it. What up, Sauce? What up, Rex?
Welcome in, my boy. How are you? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I have no complaints. We got a win on deck that we got to take care of. Jameis Winston looked like food, so let's do it.
All right. So I'm gonna just let you get your plays because listen, I've been vocal on the timeline all week. I know you've seen it. I'm on the Saints in this game. I like the Saints with 3.5. You already know that. I've said it all week. And I'm not saying Mac Jones hasn't played well, but
let me defend my quarterback real fast.
Go ahead, bro. It's all you, bro. You got it. It's all you.
Check it out. So the talk is Mac Jones does the dink dunk. Mac Jones is not that guy or whatever. I don't know what's the word on it, whatever. You got to remember, this is our rookie quarterback in a Patriot system. The one thing we preach, do not turn the ball over. So where every other team likes to go downfield, throw bombs and all that just ain't the Patriot way. We ain't finna go past 20 yards. You know what I mean? Often, like, we're going to make sure we take care of the ball. That's rule number one. So it's not like look, we all like the downfield play, go off top, go deep and everything. That's just not what we're going to let Mac Jones do in a week 1 game. It's just not going to happen. So he's going to have a gradual approach of being like, a dope quarterback. They're not going to put him in a position to where he's going to lose for us. And that's part of the reason Cam Newton ain't here. He turned the ball over. You know what I mean? So Mac Jones, one thing for sure, if we get rid of Cam Newton and we got Mac Jones up here, we can't have Mac Jones having risky throws and turning the ball over, because then it's like, well, okay, we could have kept Cam and did that. So the one thing we're going to do is protect him from himself. And we ain't setting him up to make throws down the field to where he can make turnovers. We don't turn the ball over. And since we're talking about turnovers, it's a perfect segue to Jameis Winston and the Saints. So one play that I saw that I like is Jameis Winston, 2 interceptions plus 175. I'm taking that. Jameis Winston has this Jekyll and Hyde effect. So like with Green Bay, they blew out Green Bay. They blew the doors off, right? It's because Jameis didn't turn the ball over. Green Bay don't force turnovers. Green Bay is soft. The second week, we saw Jameis Winston go back to his usual thing. He's getting turnovers. He throws picks. He's going to be in Foxborough. Bill Belichick is going to make him he's going to make him revert to the bad part of his Jekyll and Hyde. So that means we getting some picks. That means 3 picks probably. 1, 2, 3 picks maybe. So if you give me Jameis Winston, he's Costco. He throws them in packs. It ain't just gonna be, he threw a pick this game. Nah, he's gonna go throw 2 or 3 picks. So I'm gonna take that. And then look, the numbers actually do line up, Sauce. They do line up to where, New Orleans could go ahead and cover. But numbers don't mean shit against the Patriots at home. It just don't. Bill Belichick has this thing where he wins games no matter what your numbers is talking about. But go off. I'm willing to hear your plea about us losing. Go ahead.
I don't got nothing to say, man. Y'all gonna lose. I have nothing else. I have nothing to say. Give me New Orleans with the 3 points. Like, bro, listen, that sounded real good, man. The guy's averaging 3 air yards a pass.
Hey, look, that's what we want to do right now.
Played Tua and then Zach Wilson.
Right.
You got 4 picks from Zach Wilson that scored 25 points.
Hey, the Jets got y'all OD coordinator as a head coach.
I don't want to hear that shit. He's running a corner.
Oh, man, we playing defenses that know us, man. What's
Patriots,
up?
The comments on Twitter are fucking hilarious, bro. Is the feed? Oh yeah, listen. If you're on Twitter, get over to the YouTube page. If you're not, the reason why it keeps cutting out for you is because you're probably not connected to Wi-Fi. If you're not connected to Wi-Fi, the Twitter video is going to cut for you. Hop over to YouTube. It's on the Sunday Morning Quarterbacks page. But
so I think
it's in my notification. So Sunday Morning QB popped up in my notifications. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. These boys make money every day, and that's hard to do. So go ahead and give my boys what they need and what they deserve.
I love Mike. Listen, follow Michael Means Jr. All right, my man is good with everything: soccer, baseball, basketball, the whole 9. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be modest on hair and all that other humble, which is cool because I actually have conversations with the guy. But again, man, I'm on Jameis today. You already know, bro. Like, listen, I fuck with Belichick, all that Patriot way bullshit. Awesome.
Look. Rex, hear me out, Rex. Hear me out.
Oh, I'm listening. I think you guys win this one.
Mac ain't it, bro.
Mac ain't it, bro. He's on Twitter.
Mac ain't it, bro.
He fixed his mouth to put Jameis Winston on his card.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not
Patriots
I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Bro, check it.
None of that.
Where's the real Sosa? What have you done with him?
Blink twice if you're not being held against your will. It's
Did you know we in Foxborough?
I don't care. Everyone keeps telling me that, bro. Do you know that? Entering today after 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. Dogs are 21-11 against the spread.
Numbers mean nothing. They don't mean nothing, bro. They don't mean nothing.
I look the same way. So I hear you.
Bro, that's real. Numbers don't mean nothing with us. It don't.
Hey, listen, man, just make sure y'all are in the spaces at halftime. Nitty and I will be there. It's going to be lovely. I mean, come talk your shit. If you know what I'm saying, let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's really get this shit rocky, you know? Listen, best of luck to your team, even though I know y'all aren't going to get it done. I appreciate the insight. You got any props or anything before we rock?
Just like I said, your boy Jameis Winston is at a plus 175 to throw 2 picks. So I like that. And of course I'm gonna take Patriots money line, but I'll go ahead and take the points too.
Manny's in the comments. I'm on Let's Go Pats. I'm on Saints. Right, Wham, you know something, my boy.
Wham is
slick talking that shit. Jameis. Saints by a milli. That's what Cam Bean Bryant. Well, Cam, the homie, he be in here not too.
You gotta think too. We get a lot of like Patriot hate. Look, y'all remember on Batman the movie? You already did.
Who that? Shout out to.
If you win long enough, people start hating you. So it's like, yeah, man. Of course y'all gonna hate us, man. We got rings.
Jesus. Okay, Michael.
All right. So can I finally get my play out for this game?
Yes,
before
you
Michael
can.
Goes away.
Yes.
You two were just having your little like pity cat fight this whole time, where I just had to sit back and watch. But until this doesn't cash, James White over 4.5 receptions. You can get that at -114 right now. He's gotten 6 the first 2 weeks. He gets 7 to 8 targets each week. Just gotta hope he catches half. I'm sure the Saints linebackers might be able to get up and force a little bit more there, but with the dink and dunk coverage, he's just been getting all those yards. So combining both ways for you guys there, and we'll be rocking the over 4.5 on James White.
That's real. James White is the safety button right now. So you got that, Rex. That's a good call.
PPR monster.
Shout out to K-Raw. K-Raw. Mac Jones, no young buck. Saints by 21. I'm rocking with you. My boy.
Saints by 21.
All right, Michael, definitely give Sosa his piece if your squad comes out on top. Until next week, we'll talk to you later.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Love you.
You already know.
All right. Next game we got up. That one got a little heated, but that's what you come to Sunday morning quarterbacks for.
I love that guy, man. Michael is hilarious, man.
We're still on the 1 p.m. slate here. We're bringing in bullpen bets. We're bringing in Steven Carlson.
Hey. What's up, fellas? Bullpen bets out of St. Louis. He's our correspondent for the Browns. He's been on point. Did you just crack a cold one? Cheers, my boy. Cheers. That's how you start it off. That's how you start off Sunday morning. I love that. Bullpen Steve, welcome in. On to week 3, 2 teams, completely different storylines. We'll start off with Steven today because I know he's excited but sad at the same time. So I'm gonna let him start off first, and then we're gonna let Bullpen get into it. First off, before y'all start, how y'all doing today? Everything cool? How's your weekends working out?
Everything's good. I finally had a weekend where my bets actually hit. It's wild. Didn't expect for it to happen, but it got me feeling good coming into today. Got me believing just enough of the hype that I kind of like the Bears right now.
Blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes. Congratulations. Bullpen, how are you?
Hey, look at our boy Josh Wells. Bullpen Bets was on Sunday morning quarterbacks last week and said the metric felt it anytime TD. I'm so glad someone brought that up because I was going to say it, but yes, make sure y'all remember. Plus 1,600. Yeah.
Is that good?
It's okay, I guess. Like, you got a plus 1,600. That's fucking amazing. Are you kidding me? Who's doing that? What YouTube show you got anyone doing that shit? That's hey man, that's an irresponsible. Wait, it's a great bet. Like, you know what I mean? That's one of those nerds on Twitter always have some shit to say.
Yeah, it's we got little luck on our side. Never hurts either.
Yeah,
That play that he scored on was actually designed for Landry, and he got hurt, so Felton ran it. But hey, we'll take it. We will definitely take it. Hey, shout out to Steven Carlson at 97. The guy is just smashing it on the NCAA football. I mean, excellent job, man. Excellent job. I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're on my team, bro. That's for sure. But yeah, other than that, everything's good. I mean, we're doing good. We're up 14, 15 units in 2 weeks. We're feeling it. We're playing with house money this week, so
yes,
I really like that. Really like that. But yeah, everything's good. I like the Browns big today. I think the offensive line's in for a long day for Chicago. And Fields, I like the kid. I think he's talented and he's going to be good in the future. But today is a tough spot. The Browns are doing a legendary ceremony at halftime for some of the Browns legends. And as you guys know, that's usually a bad sign for the visiting team. So That's where I'm at. I like the Browns big today. OBJ day in Cleveland. He's back. He's going to go big. I got him heavy. I like wallpaper in my DFS lineup. He's 5,300 on DraftKings. It's a criminal price. There's no snap count on him, so I imagine the other Landry's out. That's huge. The other three receivers last week, Peoples-Jones, Schwartz, and Higgins, they combined for 2 or 3 catches. So Baker is going to be happy that OBJ's back, and I expect him to get a lot of attention. The Peoples-Jones, 1 catch, 12 yards, and he fumbled. Schwartz had 0 catches, and one of the picks that Baker threw a pick, that was on a route that Schwartz totally blew. So those 2 guys are going to be in the doghouse today. Higgins had 2 catches for 27 yards. I expect him to do more today with Landry being out. But let's face it, it's OBJ day. He's going to go completely nuts. I heard some rumblings about the Jalen or whoever the cornerback is for the Bears. Whatever. Good luck. Good luck covering OBJ today. He's going to be excited. I just don't see anybody covering him. It's going to get ugly, I think.
Hey,
Steven, defend your team.
Defend your squad.
I mean, I always expect it to be a long day for my offensive line, but that's besides the point. Don't you guys have 2 offensive linemen that might not play today? Like, even if they do play, they're not at 100% strength. It's not like we have a bad defensive line either. Like, we could still easily get after the quarterback. And then, I mean, obviously your defensive linemen are going to think that they can get to the quarterback whenever they want. I think that opens up more than enough rushing lanes for David Montgomery or Justin Fields, whoever wants to carry the ball. Then just get the ball out fast. Darnell Mooney is going to be a good guy to get at just like catching some screens and making plays happen after the catch. And then, I don't know, it never looked like OBJ was having all that great of a season before he got injured. And now he's been out for over a year? Like, you could say he's excited to come back, but we haven't seen that guy play at game speed in over 12 months pretty much, or something pretty close to 12 months. I'm not going to trust that until I see it again.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I think they can keep it close. Like, we're going to have to be using a scheme different than what we've used before anyway. So it's not like there's going to be a lot of game tape on what to do to game plan against it. I think we have a pretty good day today, at least good enough to keep the game close. Maybe we win. Maybe I take money line, but no, I probably like the plus 7.5.
Listen, Steven, you've been killing it in college, killing it, and I love you, bro. But remember last week when I had to convince you that the Bears were going to win?
Yeah.
You guys are going to get your asses whooped today. And I mean, like, you know how I told you 2 weeks ago y'all would get your asses whooped?
Hey, 2 weeks ago I was with you.
Right, but y'all are going to get your asses whooped worse than 2 weeks ago. Worse than 2 weeks ago. They're really going to get the shit beat out of them. And it's not.
Do you think the over 27 for the Browns team total is an easy one rather than worry about them covering the spread?
Absolutely. But I'm going on a limb right here. Right? Listen, I have bet on the Cleveland Browns to cover a 10.5 point alternate spread at plus 140.
Yeah, I like the Browns by double digits.
Yeah, it's a rookie quarterback, great pass rush. That secondary is good. This ain't who you want to see in the first game that you play as a professional, like as a starting quarterback. And it's not fair because I think the plan was for Justin to not start this week, obviously, because Andy got hurt. I think the plan was for him to start next week against the Detroit Lions to force him into action in this with no full install of the offense. I'm sorry, man. It's like being thrown to the wolves. It's just not fair. It's not a fair situation for him. And that, like I said, you guys know my stance on Justin Fields. I think he's going to be a really good dynamic playmaker in the league. This is just not the spot, man. It's just a tough one. It's a tough one for me to deal with. And like I said, it hurts me because I don't want to see him playing. I don't think he should be playing. He's not ready. It's that simple for me.
Honestly, I mean, I think
We got 2 minutes left on this game, then we got to move on. But go ahead, Steven.
honestly, I don't like if I was looking at this game not as like a Bears fan, I think it should be Browns easy, like you guys are saying. But this almost feels like one of those games, almost like last week, where I was so heavy to say the Browns are just going to absolutely beat the brakes off this team. And then it still ended up being kind of close for some reason or somewhere within the spread. So I almost think it's like everybody's so heavy on the Browns that you're just going to get one of those weird results. Because I don't think everybody's going to come in and say, oh, Browns by 25, Browns by 30, and then the Browns actually come out and win by 30.
They're going to.
So I got the Browns team total over 27 at -110 locked in for this one.
Bullpen, if you want to rattle off just about what you have in the game.
Yeah, I got some official plays for you. Browns minus. I got the Browns -7 at -115. I got OBJ anytime touchdown +165. And if you want a helicopter money play, I think the Browns are going to drive right down the field. Touchdown Odell Beckham Jr. It's at 9-1. It's a safe bet. We're playing with house money. Those are my 3 official plays for the show.
First touchdown score or first Browns touchdown score?
It's first touchdown score is the way I bet it at 9-1.
Perfect.
I don't know.
I know you can key in on a team now on some.
Yeah,
books,
I'm not sure if the Bears are going to score.
Me either. I completely agree with that, bro. This defense is too athletic, too good to have. Like, you want a rookie to come out against a cupcake. This ain't the team you want him to make his debut. It's going to be a very long day for Justin Fields. I feel bad saying it like that, but the facts are the facts. It's just not in a situation that's conducive to him being successful right now. Steven, any props? Anything?
Not on this game. I'm trying to stay quality. So the only like real big underdog that I like is actually the Washington football team to beat the Bills. But I mean, I don't know what I'm going to see from the Bears, so I'm not going to risk any of my money on them today.
Yep, and Steven's video is dropping on our Twitter, so make sure you be checking out his picks there.
One last thing about Steven. Steven, thank you for rocking with me on that Notre Dame money line. I appreciate you. You already know we was on it together. My man, good money. You already know the deal, my boy. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bullpen, Steven, peace.
We'll be bringing in
much today. I don't
the
agree.
Spin Doctor. And we'll be bringing in Chuck. So, Spin Doctor just likes to hang out with us on the stream, talk things other than Bucks because that DFS and props knowledge is great. Chuck, it's the Chiefs. I'll be back in 2 minutes, so you guys hold down the fort real quick in this one.
Man, so I get to deal with the two guys who. Well, now we're going with the Chiefs first, so
I actually have a few things for the Chargers, so
perfect. Let's go.
But this is Chuck's time, so go ahead.
Chuck, welcome in, my boy. Talk to us. You already know. I know you're ready. I'm ready. We're all ready. Let's hear it. What you got for us today? What you like? Let's hear your breakdown. Let's get into it.
I'm excited as hell for this game, man. It's great to be back on again this week. The rumors that's been going on around Chiefs Kingdom this week since we lost, man, like it's a whole bunch of negativity and everything. And I just want to get this out the way real quick. This has to do with Clyde. You know what I mean? Clyde, he fumbled the ball near the end of the game, which was part of the reason why we lost. People have lost confidence in him. Clyde has missed a few cutback lanes in these first 2 weeks. Like, he's not really seeing the hole well. But I think in this particular game right here, I know our run defense is trash, but the Chargers run defense is just as trash. You can run the Chargers as well. We seen in the first 2 weeks, Antonio Gibson, he had a nice game in week 1. And then last week in week 2, you saw Zeke and Pollard eat. They both ate. And, I think the Chiefs, with their concepts, I think Jet McKinnon can get more snaps in this game, man. You can send him out on, a few jet sweeps to open things up. And to me, man, I'm heavy on Clyde Edwards-Helaire this game. especially on DFS, man. He's too damn cheap in DFS, man. 4,800. Like I'm on everything Clyde in these props, man. I got him over 13 carries. I got him over 57 rushing yards, and I got him at anytime touchdown. So that's minus 185 odds. That's minus 114, and I got the anytime touchdown plus 120. I think Clyde is going to make a statement because we have seen throughout the history of Big Red, for the most part, like coming off a loss, he will try to get his running backs involved more often. So look for Clyde to bounce back this week. And defensively, Chris Jones is going to play, but we're going to be without Frank Clark, and we're going to be without Javarius Ward. To me, I'm thinking, I don't know if DeAndre Baker is activated or not, but if he's activated, I expect him to be on the outside. And in this matchup last year, he actually played well before he got injured. You know what I mean? It was a meaningless game. It didn't count, but he actually played well. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. In the end, I'm not going to take the spread or anything because the Chiefs, they are currently 1-11-1 in the last 13 games against the spread. Before then, they was 15-2, which is crazy for a team that's been to the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons. So I'm not going to take a spread on this. I expect us to win the game. I think it's going to be close. It's just going to be a tough divisional battle. And as far as the Chargers go, I am excited to watch Derwin James back on the field again.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, Chuck. For spread purposes, definitely Chargers. I think that a combo of Chargers spread, Chiefs money line can make sense. But the big one that I love in this game is Justin Herbert over 302.5 passing yards. He's throwing for 300 in each of his first 2 games against the Chiefs, 311 and 302. The Chargers so far are 4th in situation neutral pass rate, and they're 5th in situation neutral pace. So they're playing fast. The other thing is, and I know injuries had a little bit to do with it, the Chiefs have ranked 31st in defensive DVOA through week 2. And then so far, the biggest problem that I see with this one, though, is Chiefs ranked 22nd in sack rate with 5.3%. The Chargers O-line ranks 9th in sack rate allowed at 4.4. So when you compare those two together, you got Herbert that's going to give a lot of time to throw. When you think about last week, Herbert could have thrown for 2 more touchdowns that were called back for penalties. He actually probably could have thrown for about 100 more yards. So far this year, he's thrown for over 330 in both games. And there's just points is what I expect in this one. Expect the 2 offenses to put on a show. And Herbert's lifetime QBR versus the Chiefs is over 100 and a TD to INT ratio of 4-1. I mean, every number here says lots of passing yards, lots of points. So I will lock that in. That is Justin Herbert over 302.5 passing yards, minus 115 is an official play.
Real quick, I'm gonna have to jump in here. We're on the opposite side, Spin Doctor.
Okay.
We're both 100% on the opposite side.
All right.
This game being played at Arrowhead Stadium, right?
It is.
It's got fans there, right?
No, man, we're back to this angle.
We got fans, right? Give me the Chiefs to cover the game.
Man.
I like the Chiefs to. This is a statement game. Everybody, listen. One person that always hears it, right? Listen, and this is how you know Patrick Mahomes hears it. He's on Twitter all the time. He's tweeting He's always tweeting. Listen. If you don't think that people saw or heard the bullshit that people were talking about after that, listen. Obviously, they fumbled away at the game at the end. We know why, though. We know why. The Chiefs got scared. They didn't want to give Lamar the ball back. They started getting conservative with their play calling, trying to run time off the clock instead of just put the ball in 15's hands. Like that's the best case scenario. They didn't want to give. They wanted to drain the clock at the end of the game and kick a field goal and get out of there with a win. You know it, Chuck. I know it. We know it. You know it. That's what they were trying to do, and they got bit in the ass for it. Hilaire fumbles, and that's the ball game. Right?
I will say though, Chargers cover is not an official play for me. That's just the lean that I had. But I hear you.
For sure. And like I said, I just believe that today, fans in the stadium, Arrowhead's one of them places you don't want to go as a young quarterback with fans. I think they turn up today. And I think that I like the Chiefs to come. I mean, obviously they haven't covered the first 2 weeks, but I definitely think I definitely like that personally. Chuck,
And I know we're short on time. I just want to get this out real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, Justin Herbert in these 2 games last year. The first game, we weren't expecting him to play at all. Like Tyrod got stabbed in the chest or whatever, and all of a sudden Herbert comes out of nowhere. We didn't prepare for him at all, so that's why he was able to get his numbers until we finally adjusted at the end. And then the second game, we already had home field wrapped up, so he even had a better.
Oh, we didn't try.
So yeah.
Hey,
But
man,
so,
listen,
like,
just because you don't know what
Sosa
that feels like as an Eagle fan.
right? So like Sosa said,
it screwed over one franchise and helped us greatly.
Yeah, but like Sosa said, full arrowhead environment. It's gonna be fans this time. It's gonna be a lot different for Justin Herbert going against that environment. So, like I said, I got the Chiefs winning. I'm not gonna take the spread though, but I got them winning.
Well, Chuck, I always hope Big Red does well every Sunday, except for next week when me and you will be going head-to-head at each other. Then I have to put on my Big Red hate back. So you better be ready for that. I got a lot of ammo built up for that, even though I love them.
I got a bunch of rebuttals for that one, my man. I can't wait.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, Chuck, we appreciate you. Make sure to be following him on Twitter. Great follow during NFL Sunday.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy.
All right. Let's get our man Goose in here. Goose, I know you were hot on the grill this morning cooking up some pierogies, and that made me hungry. So appreciate you joining us from a charity event. And you finally get to speak about your Jags because we put you on Bills Mafia for the first 2 weeks. But the floor is yours. Let us know because we haven't heard any Jags talk here yet.
Duval! Man, it's been a rough start for the Jags. I can't lie. I am shocked, to be honest. This 0-2, the way they're losing, they look completely unorganized. They look out-coached. Urban Meyer came in talking about how well coached, how well trained these guys are going to be. And they really haven't looked sharp. I do think Trevor Lawrence has played well. So ultimately, I'm not the most I'm not in a dumpster fire because at the end of the day we have Trevor Lawrence. The Jags take on the Cardinals today. Kyler Murray's my fantasy quarterback. Huge respect for Kyler Murray. He's been amazing. And at first I wanted to play this over. I was going to come on here and talk about the over. Deandre Hopkins, not sure if he's going to play. He's not going to be 100% if he plays. I really don't want to touch the over-under if DeAndre Hopkins is limited. I need to see that offense. Maybe A.J. Green fills in that Hopkins role or something. Hopkins is, to me, the best receiver in football. So I really do lean Jags +8. It's a 1 o'clock game in Jacksonville. That means Arizona's coming in. What is that, a 9 a.m. start then for them or a 10 a.m. start for them? They're professionals at the end of the day. That really shouldn't matter too much. But +8 at home for Jacksonville. I just think, Urban's really giving it to this offensive coordinator, Bevel. He wants to establish the run more, Urban Meyer, and Bevel wants to throw the ball more. So I do think they need to get James Robinson involved. That's how I feel on the game. I really take Jags +8. That's going to be an official play for me because 8 is too much. If it's 6.5, I wouldn't touch it. Now that I get this full touch and extra point, I want +8 for the Jaguars.
So I was wondering if you're going to come in with the spread pick because once I did my look on Monday, I was like Cardinals -7. I should just lock it in right now. Then as usual, that's my gut reaction. You don't do that. I was like Cardinals probably in Survivor. It's a good pick today. There could be some better ones. We don't want to use them yet. But I'm on the same boat with you, and I've loaded up the bet slip, had Jags +7.5 in there, and then just never clicked confirm because I've been toying with myself. I'm ultimately laying off it, but I'm glad to hear that you're on this side because I wanted to be on it. Maybe I'll join live if I can get higher than 10.
Yeah, for me. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just commenting. That's a great strategy to, if you can wait a little live, maybe the Cardinals jump out to an early touchdown lead, and now you get plus 10. So I was agreeing with Rex right there. Yep.
Yeah. The only thing I was just going to say for this game for me is a GPP DFS play. I think if you're going to throw a dart, I think J-Rob is a strong DFS tournament play. He had 29% of the rush attempts in week 1, but 73% in week 2. I think that he's slowly realizing, or at least I hope he's realizing, that Carlos Hyde ain't it. Despite the Ohio State connection, that like James Robinson has some game. So I think that I don't have any plays, leans, anything anywhere else on this game. I would just say if you're going to play a GPP, James Robinson can make sense.
I got one thought on this, and it's a plea to the city of Jacksonville and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please get Urban Meyer the fuck out of town. Please. I get it. Y'all want to sell tickets. Get that guy the fuck out the NFL, please. He's gonna fuck up everything with Trevor Lawrence. He's gonna destroy Trevor Lawrence if we don't get this guy out of there, man. Please get that man out of the NFL. He doesn't know what he's doing. Just get him out of here.
Goose, give us your plays.
Yeah, it looks like my connection's.
No, you're good. We can hear you.
ruining
You're
me.
good. You're good. We can hear you. You're good.
Awesome. Okay, so the one prop I looked at, I couldn't hear what Sosa said. I'm a little lagging right now. DJ Chark plus 240 anytime touchdown. The line should be to me about plus 150. He got 12 targets in week 1, only got 3 catches, and in week 2 they were a dumpster fire. So DJ Chark plus 240 anytime touchdown. To me, he's their deep threat. He's getting so many looks from Trevor Lawrence. They will work on their chemistry. Chark missed the whole preseason. So Marvin Jones has been the guy so far, but give me Chark plus 240. I think it's great value. I just think that's a plus 150 line. So I'm going to take Chark plus 250. Look at the targets he's getting, and they're vertical threat, and they're a vertical offense.
I'm glad you said that. I'm on the exact same play. The volume suggests that he should be the guy. The volume suggests that he's the guy. Mm-hmm. We know Marvin Jones plays the slot. He's going to get those smaller intermediate plays, like you said. But Chark's a big target that can get physical and get down the field. I love that play. And also in red zone opportunities, he's good too. So I love that. I will sprinkle a little something on Trevor Lawrence rushing touchdown today.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna let me pull that up. I'm gonna actually start doing that a little more often. They're starting to open that up a little bit with that and yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
I was about to say we'll give that last play, then we'll let Goose get back to that charity event he's at.
Trevor Lawrence to score a touchdown, a rushing touchdown is plus 470. Not a bad play. Listen, we saw Sam Darnold get those read option. Watch, it's coming. So a couple of them read option looks down at the goal line. You're going to start getting those with Trevor Lawrence, man. They just haven't opened it up yet. They haven't done it yet, but it's coming. So, but those are the only two little things that I like. I love the Chark touchdown. 1 o'clock start for Arizona. I want to use that as an excuse, but when it comes to talent, even without D-Hop, this Arizona team is way more talented.
Yep.
I do like. I'm too scared to take the points. I'm too scared to pick the Cardinals to cover. So it's a stay away for me on both those standpoints, especially with the number 1 receiver being out. You don't know over under. So
well, Goose, we appreciate you joining. You want to sign off real quick and shout out the charity that you're at?
Yeah, I'm at St. Thomas the Apostle Church here in Rahway, New Jersey. We got a festival going right now, giving out pierogies, kibasi, stuffed cabbage, you name it. We got all the Slavonic food coming out right now. So I'm going to get back to the kitchen and stir some up. Have a good one. Have a good Sunday.
Appreciate you.
With your plays. Thank you for being a good dude as usual.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, Sosa, just one last thing about what you said about Kyler. statistically over his career, he actually has a higher quarterback rating in 1 p.m. games by like 5 or 6 points. Smaller sample size, but he's actually got better stats.
I know. Last year he got sacked like 5 times by the Giants. It was the Giants or the Jets. One of those teams. I think they had both those games. He didn't look particularly great last year, but not gonna. Obviously, Spliff would know better about the Cardinals. He's their biggest fan.
Well, I held off of betting the Jags because I didn't want to hate myself watching this game. I know because I locked in a bet on this one, and we're bringing in Samuel Murphy into the show. And, Sam, talk me off this Colts ledge today here against the Titans, because I've been saying I don't like them. I think the Titans are a little bit big fraud so far this season. How you doing, my man?
Well, Carson Wentz is starting for the Indianapolis Colts, so I'm not doing very good. I thought we were going to get one of those one game out of the way so we can get below that 75% threshold to keep that first-round pick. But nope, this asshole has to come in and start. So, I mean, I don't have a play on the spread today, but I don't see how I can't back the Colts in this one. Carson Wentz is the starter. I just can't.
Just a real quick, I just want to do a quick shout out to the most successful team in Indiana.
Well,
I gotta do it.
Woody's back.
Woody's back.
I'm sorry. Gotta give a shout out to the most successful team in the state of Indiana, the Fighting Irish, who beat the brakes off of Wisconsin yesterday. I just gotta throw that out there.
Glad they finally covered a spread.
Thank you, Jesus. I mean, I just wanted them to win. As a fan, I'm just very, very happy. 6 points was disrespectful. I have to run it back because I don't know, man. People got to stop betting against that Brian Kelly guy unless it's the national championship games and stuff. You know what I mean? Like
anytime they're on like an actual big stage.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, don't bet on us in the college football playoff. Bet on us the whole 12 weeks before.
That's fair.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I personally have +6, -110 locked in for this game. I knew Wentz would come back, even though both ankles are sprained. It's just his type of thing. I don't know why I picked this pain, but that's what I'm rocking with here. Sam, what do you like?
One official play on the game. Just it's over 47 is what I had it at just before kick or just a few minutes ago. The last 3 seasons, this matchup has stayed under 50 once over the 6 games. So I don't believe in Tennessee's defense at all after what they've shown the first couple of games. Colts have played 2 really good teams in the first couple weeks. I don't know if Tennessee's that good, but I mean they beat Seattle in Seattle last week. So I will say
Henry won that game. So how are you going to stop him today? Or are you not?
I don't see how you do. Like you just don't do it. I mean, I lean maybe both the team totals. I was looking at Tennessee was at 26.5. Colts were at 20.5. I kind of like the Colts over 20.5 just because I don't believe in Tennessee's defense, like I said. So I don't really have any. Like the Colts are maybe one of the worst fantasy teams, like in the NFL. You play Jonathan Taylor, you don't really have any other options, and unless Spin Doctor believes there's anything for DFS.
So go ahead.
I got 2 plays in the game. Naeem Hines over 42.5 or 44.5 rushing and receiving yards at -110. When he plays the Titans, he just plays well, bro. Like he averages like 55 receiving yards, like 40. It doesn't matter who and also Carson Wentz likes running backs. But my pick of the game for this game is.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm so glad I got that +6 this morning. I don't know why it's dropped a point because it's sitting at +5 now.
If y'all believe in this Titans team, that's
Wentz was
fine.
worth the point.
That's fine. No. That's fine with me. But Derrick Henry gonna have a very good front in front of him. Like that defensive front for Indy is solid. I'm rocking with the Colts today. Division game. And they usually split in these games anyway, right? Indy beat them at Tennessee last year. It was on national TV. We watched it happen. So the second time they played, I think that they lost it, and they lost in the shootout. They lost in the shootout the second time they played. First time they played, give me the Colts, man. This is just the spot. When this is one of those where everything's against you, division game. It's going to be it's not going to be exactly like Carolina last week, where Carolina just kind of took, they kind of like just beat the shit out of New Orleans. But I think it's going to be one of those games, and I think that this Colts team has faced two pretty good defenses the first 2 weeks. I mean, Seattle, but they faced elite quarterbacks, and they were in the game. They were in both games at the end. So, yep. I like the Colts today. Just that's like my dog. That's my big dog play of the day.
Yeah, I like the Colts too. And a prop as an official play I want to give out is A.J. Brown under 66.5 receiving yards. A couple numbers behind that. So far this year, Brown leads the Titans in target share at 21.8%, but he has a 41% catch rate, which for number one receivers is the worst by far. I know he had a lot of drops last week. So, however, in 4 games against the Colts, he averages less than 3 catches, less than 50 yards, under 10 yards per target, and he's been under 50 yards in 3 of the 4 games. Another thing playing a factor is Xavier Rhodes is back today. So he's not going to be at 100%, but Xavier Rhodes is back today. And so without him in the lineup, passing DVOA was 27th. And then last year with him, I know there were a few other pieces, they ranked 8th. So I love A.J. Brown under receiving yards. He has an incredibly poor history against the Colts. Has actually only caught 1 touchdown in 4 games against them, I believe. So that's an official play for me. It's at minus 120 right now on DraftKings.
Okay.
Yep, I got +6, minus 120. Sam, you got the over. Sosa has the money line. And then, Sam, I know you bet a big card today. Is there any other play that you like in today's game that you want to give out before you sign off for today?
No, I mean, all of mine have been coming in as like just tailing everyone else. I haven't done a lot of NFL research just because we do paid for play, and I just kind of focus on college throughout the week, and then I do Sunday mornings as like my before work.
Feeling good because LSU won. We're glad we got you off the ledge yesterday there, Sam. Paid for Play had another great episode yesterday. Capwise came on and killed it. The guest picker, I mean, if you want to be a guest picker, it just comes on and it seems like you go 4-1, 5-0, 4-0, like whoever
and I
the
just
guest
keep
picker
getting,
is.
and I just keep getting worse as a gambler.
But Sam, we thank you, Daily Bread Media partner with us for Paid for Play. Make sure to be following them there. And then Sam, we all got the Colts, and you're all sad, so feel better, buddy. Wenzel will bring you to the promised land of 75% snaps.
Please no.
Knowing Sam for a long time, him being one of my boys makes it one of the best parts of the Wentz banner between the both back and forth between each other. But the next game we got is a heated divisional matchup with new face. Let's see what happens with Joe Burrow coming in, and we're bringing in Jammer for the Steelers here. So how are you doing today? How's the city of Pittsburgh feeling this morning?
Oh, man, it's bright and sunny outside. I actually just got some good news within the last 10 minutes. My buddy was able to get me a ticket to the game, so I got an Uber scheduled. As soon as I get off here, I'm heading down to
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I'm hyped. First game of the season, I'll be there.
Nice.
Love to hear it. Hear it, man. Hope you end up like me. I went into hostile territory last week, got a W. That was tough, but you're back at the crib. What you liking for today?
I mean, so I was a little drunk on the team after week 1. We got a little wake-up call last week. Our defense kind of got exposed, but, we were missing a couple key pieces last week. Devin Bush and Joe Hayden were game-time decisions before the game. TJ Watt left in the second quarter. We're going to be missing him again today, along with Deontay Johnson. But we will be getting back Devin Bush and Joe Hayden. So I think that defense gets a little bit more of a boost. I'm not touching the spread. I think my favorite play of the game is going to be the first half under. Steelers week 1 went scoreless. Bengals week 2 went scoreless in the first half. Neither of these two teams have scored more than 21 in their first 2 weeks in the first half. So I'm sticking with that. Another play I'm going to take is Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions.
Love that guy.
I've been on him for the touchdowns the first 2 weeks, but I think I'm just going to go with the receptions this week at plus 115. And the other prop that I like is Joe Burrow to throw an interception. Steelers haven't had one this year. I think that today we'll apply the pressure on Joe. He's been sacked 9 times the first 2 weeks. Steelers defensive line outside of TJ Watt hasn't really been putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but I think with that Bengals offensive line and us getting back Devin Bush and Joe Hayden, that should help with the coverage down the field, allowing the defensive line or the blitzing linebackers to get some pressure on Joe Burrow, and his team might make some mistakes on offense. So I'm hoping we'll see our first pick, maybe Minkah Fitzpatrick. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, man. Go ahead, Spin.
No, I was just going to say the only thing I have in this game is GPP defense. I think that the Bengals defense can make sense, not because I think that they're going to blow up the world, but because they're going to be super low owned, probably less than 3%. And their pass rush actually ranks 7th so far in pressure, sacks, etc. And they rank top 10 in defensive DVOA. We know that Ben has had a little bit of trouble throwing downfield. He's playing with that pec injury. So I think that the Bengals defense makes sense as a GPP dart, but that would be the only thing that I would say for this game. I got nothing else.
So we got a question in this game real quick, or at least a player. Colby, I hope you're still with us. I know you commented this 10 minutes back. Spin Doctor, what's your thoughts?
If it's a full PPR with T out, I probably have to go Tyler Boyd here. Even in a half PPR, just from pure opportunity standpoint. If T was playing, I would say Tyson, but he's not. He's doubtful, but he's not. So
Tyler Boyd's used to Heinz Field. So you're muted.
Jammer, I'm gonna do for you what I did for Steve last week. Y'all gonna win, and y'all gonna cover the spread. So don't even worry. Y'all are gonna win, and y'all are gonna cover the 3 points. Don't even trip.
So
really?
The Steelers have won their last 5 against the Bengals at Heinz Field.
Yes, nigga, this shit's easy.
Hey, man,
Yes.
I was high.
This was my question for Sosa. I come with one question to every stream with him, with a bet that I'm not confident in, that I look too much at. I was going to ask, so I take the Bengals potentially as a dog or +3. If you're saying the Steelers win with ease,
Steelers by a touchdown plus. You're gonna see Joe Burrow look like a rookie. I know he's a second-year quarterback. Different level
you're
of
feeling
speed.
the under then, because you're not thinking the Bengals put up many points.
It's a different level of speed, playing at Heinz Field, real grass, completely different, my boy. You seen him last week? Didn't look like he could move quite the same as the week before on turf. I know, again, call me crazy. I know it sounds like a small thing. Bengals. It's still the Bengals, guys. Still the Bengals going to Pittsburgh. I know I'm wearing orange. I just bought it because it's nice. Don't get fooled. Do not get fooled. Pittsburgh's going to handle them just fine today. I don't see. I think that last week was an aberration. Even with Deontay Johnson, I like the Claypool possible touchdown. I like Najee to have a good game. Like this Bengals front. I don't know what people are seeing in this Bengals team that they just lost to Andy fucking Dalton in the backup. Like what? Why is the public so like? Why are they such public darlings? Like Minnesota fumbled in overtime the first week. I'm not understanding. The Bengals team is still bad. They got some nice play. They have like some nice plays over, but like they still suck in my opinion. That's just how I feel. They're just not good still. So
yeah, I think the Bengals are going to be one of those teams this year where they're competitive at home and might, get an upset win here and there and then just get their shit tossed on the road. And then to answer that question that just popped in the chat, J-Rob or Tyson, if it's a non-PPR, Tyson, if it's any PPR of any kind, J-Rob.
Easy call. But yeah, like I said, I have no fears that in Pittsburgh today. And I got really no other plays in the game. I think Burrow throws a pick, but that's juiced at like minus 180 or some shit like that.
I got Burrow at minus 110.
On what book?
DK?
Was that minus like 1.5 picks?
Was that minus 1.5 or half?
Let me double check.
DraftKings, you said?
Yeah.
Listen, if that's the case, bet the kid's lunch money, mortgage.
10,000 unit max.
I got minus 110. Joe Burrow over 0.5.
Bet that.
Yeah.
Burrow's going to throw a pick. Guaranteed. Right? What, isn't that what Charles Barkley says? Guaranteed. Yeah, this is
guaranteed.
That's a Chuck Barkley guarantee right there, my guys. That's free money. He's going to throw a pick against this defense. No,
you might win that in the first quarter.
Yeah, on the road. I'm telling you, people are tripping, bro. Listen, you guys. Somebody's asking about Dalvin Cook. Listen, if Dalvin Cook plays, you have to start him, right? The problem is he's had a bunch of games where he plays and then they take him out and you get screwed. So don't get screwed.
Yep. The biggest Burrow fan, finally.
I love Joe.
He might join back.
I'm not knocking Joe. I love him. But Sam, come on, man. We're not in Baton Rouge anymore, bro. Just saying. I love the guy.
Well, let you get to that game. You gave out all of your picks already, correct?
Yep. And the rest of my plays will be on my Twitter, so you can go check those out.
Appreciate you, Jammer Bets. Make sure you guys are following them. Pittsburgh Steeler fan.
Enjoy, Jammer.
You guys win today. Enjoy the game.
Get your towel out.
Send me the Cash App, two $15 brews to anybody who says Sunday Morning Quarterbacks is the best show on YouTube. Make sure you get them to say it. I'll make sure they're taken care of.
All right. Sounds good, sis. See you, Rex.
Man.
See you.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
So I realized yesterday I got real lucky that no one guessed the guest picker, and it was Danica Patrick for yesterday's show because I offered out $50 to anyone who guessed it, and no one guessed her, thankfully. Saved me some cash there. So for the next game that we're going to go into, I don't know where King's Picks is for this one, so we're
he just shot me a text. He had a little situation come up at work. We weren't going to spend too much time on this anyway. I think this is kind of like when we were remember when me and Spin Doctor were supposed to go back and forth for the Giants game first week. I'm on the same page. We can skip over this bullshit, bro. Fuck this game. We're good. I have nothing. You got anything? Nothing.
We need a few minutes because I see KD making himself look all fresh in the waiting room. So,
okay. We gotta get
Corey Davis
on. All right.
So, I got a question for you here. Corey Davis, do you play him as a flex option in a league today, or do you stay off him?
I stay off it. That secondary for Denver is too lethal. The only play that I really like in this game is Corlyn Sutton over 4.5 catches. He's easily the number one target without Judy. Judy being gone makes him the number one guy by default. We all know that Corlyn was the number one guy before he showed up. Judy being drafted in the first round, people are inclined to make him or anoint him the number one guy, but we know Corlyn was the guy before him. Corlyn's going to get the targets. He's going to get the yards. I think he's at like over 65 yards and over 4.5 catches. I like both of those plays when it comes to him. I like Surtain, but I love Surtain, but first week he got barbecued by Sterling Shepard a few times. I mean, everybody gets beat, but first week he looked bad. Last week he looked much better. Shout out to my boy Skia. Skia, he's my guy that does all my digital media. He does all of my Sosa cards, all of our logos. He made the Daily Bread logo. He's the best in the business. Can't tell you guys how many other people, because he was super busy like doing his like corporate stuff, like his corporate work. You don't know how many people I reached out to try and get logos done that fucking sucked. Make sure you guys follow this guy on YouTube. Make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. I'm gonna make sure I put his Twitter out there. If you're looking for logos, anything that has to do with digital media, top notch, number one in the game, my boy Ski. make sure y'all fuck with him. All right.
Oh, sorry. No. The only thing I think that you can just, if you wanted to sprinkle on, I think Noah Fant, anytime touchdown plus 165 makes sense. That's not an official play. That's just a lean. I think that with Judy out, Fant has seen a significant rise in targets, just like Sutton. So I think that makes a lot of sense. But other than that, yeah, we can move on.
All right. Our man, KD, is ready. Probably the most hyped up team, the most hyped up fan base right now. KD, how are you?
I'm good, bro. I was on a little bender last night, but let's roll, baby. I'm good, man. I'm good. What's up? What's up? How you guys doing?
Hey, you make the time for us. We appreciate that.
Always, dog. Always.
Raider
Nation for the people, by the people.
You've
yes,
been
sir.
Fire on these picks.
Yo, respect. Yo, I'm just trying to do my thing. Like I said, it's for the people, by the people, man. So I'm just giving the people the plays that I believe in, and if it cashes, bro. So let's get it.
All right. So what are we liking today? Backup QB in for the Finns. Let's hear it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been very happy with Gus's defense so far. I've been liking what he's been doing these last two games against the Ravens and the Steelers. I think the rush is gonna get to the backup QB for Miami. Pretty sure it's Jacoby, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you're correct.
So yeah, it's Jacoby. I just want to see how our passing game is gonna be. Like the Miami still has like one of the better defenses in the league. So I want to see how our receivers are gonna match up with their DVs. I want to know how Howard is gonna play, or he's gonna probably play on Waller or Ruggs. So I want to see how Carr is gonna do that. And especially without Josh Jacobs, we're gonna be running with two QBs again, Peyton for like the early downs and after Kenyon Drake, But I want to see if we're gonna get Kenyon more involved in the passing game. So I would like to see that from Gruden, but he always has something up his sleeve. So I really like the game today, and it'll be a good test for offense with Miami's I guess they're like a top 5 defense. So I want to see how and Carr so far to do games he's on his little, and he's making a case for the MVP still early, but he's balling. So I got to give respect where respect's due.
Sosa, spin doctor, what you got for us?
Yeah, I completely agree with KD. I have been beyond impressed with this Raiders defense so far. Number 1 ranked cornerback by PFF grades, Casey Hayward. He actually is the only cornerback currently that have a 90+ grade in coverage out of 100. So yeah, I see it. You think the Dolphins are going to win? You got the money line?
I love you, KD.
Oh boy.
You're my
no.
You're my dog. You're my dog.
No.
If you want, we could make a side bet right now live on the show, man.
You're my dog.
If you're taking the Fins,
hear me out.
All right.
Hear me out. And I love y'all. Y'all lost that game and won it on Monday night. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, but you
won.
But you won. You didn't.
Okay.
You won. You won. Fair, fine. And I had y'all with the points, so you can't call me a hater. I had y'all with the points.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Week 2, I told you Ruggs would get a touchdown over the top. Easy. Y'all win. Cool. That's fine. Y'all win. Bush and Hayden not 100%. Whatever. Cool. All I'm saying is this. I don't know how the line is 4 points when the guy starting has started 3 times as many games as the other guy who he replaced. The defense didn't forget how to play, and Jacoby Brissett with a full game plan against that defense, they're going to be able to move the ball. I just think that the number is kind of not where it. I don't like the number. Give me Miami with the points. Give me Miami on the money line. I like Miami today, bro. And it's no disrespect to y'all or anything like
sure. I got you.
It's just the defense. The defense ain't forget how to play.
I think this is a very low scoring game, though.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're not going to be able to go vertical as many times as you would want against this Miami defense, and this Miami defense can dial it up.
I
Nah,
saw
that's a
Spin
fact.
Doctor's eyes jump up.
Yeah,
Was
Spin,
that
what do
just
you-
a
what-
natural
what are you
reaction, or do you
thinking?
think this game goes over?
No. This is going to be an under game. I actually sent this out earlier today to my members where I said, I think to me, this strikes me as the kind of game where you get a few guys' names in the touchdown column and you're like, who the hell is that? I didn't make it an official play, but I would lean towards Waddle under receiving yards going up against, again, top ranked cornerback. This just strikes me as a slugfest back and forth. So under for sure. For DFS purposes, my recommendation was nobody, not a single one. I would pass this entire game on DFS.
I don't have too much either for it. I have nothing. I just, like I said, it's just a Miami Dolphins defense spot. This is like, if I'm in a game like this, I'm gonna observe every single unit, and the best unit on the entire field today will be the Miami Dolphins defense.
So, do you have the 3.5, or do you have the money line, or
I have
nothing?
both. I have both. I have both. I like them with the points, and I like them on the money line. Maybe you can money line it closer in, like, as the game's going on. I expect a close one. I expect the line to be generally the same for the duration of the game. I don't think either of these teams are 10 points better than the other or anywhere close to that. So that's just my take on it. It's just a defensive spot, bro. Like, Pittsburgh, cool. I give y'all way more credit for the Pittsburgh win than the Baltimore win, because Baltimore's had it sewn up. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what the defensive coordinator was calling at the end of the fourth quarter and overtime in that Monday night game. It makes no fucking sense to me.
So,
bro.
Katie, what do you got for us for your official card?
For my official card, I actually got 4 plays. So I got the card. I got these all early during the week, so I'm not sure if the numbers changed, but I'm on Bet365 right now, so they're roughly the same. But I took Arizona at -7.5 against the Jags. I got the Bears covering the 7-point spread against the Browns. I like what they're doing. I like the play with Justin Fields. I don't think the Bears are going to win, but I think they're going to keep it close. I think he'll keep it close with his play style. I like the Saints +2.5. I think last week was just shit happens, and Marshawn Lattimore's out there. Mac Jones got no receivers. He could barely throw the ball. So I think the Saints last week is probably the worst game they'll probably play all season. So I like them on the points. And then after my last plays, I'm going with my Raiders. I got them at -4, but I see the number drop to 3.5. But I got them at -4 early in the week. So those are my 4 plays for today.
Oh, also, if you're checking on Burrow's interception, I just got this tweet.
I saw it.
Over half an interception, -115 on BetMGM.
Sosa's about to go Vegas Dave on this.
But yo, Sosa, you wanna do a little something? You are nice. You got the Dolphins. I'll take the Raiders. We could put some money up.
Am I getting the 3 points, or are we just betting it straight up?
Straight up. I mean, you said you're taking them on the money line, so I mean, we might as well. And you got the Dolphins in the bag, yo. Let's just run it.
We can bet a gentleman's 50. Just make sure you have the money money before Tony Dungy and them are on the TV. That's all.
All right, dog.
All right, what time Tony Dungy and them come on the TV. Just make sure you run it by then. You feel me? That's all.
All right, now that's a bet. We have no Cash App or Venmo and Cash.
Bet. Welcome to a true gambler's show, live on the show where we're wagering. He didn't give me any fucking points, but I'm taking it anyway. Dolphins. I like the Dolphins today.
That's what you get on Daily Bread. Thank you, Katie. We will see you
guys,
next
a pleasure.
week.
My brother, appreciate you. Make sure you follow my boy Katie 2 times, straight out of Montreal. You already know. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah.
All right, Spin Doctor.
All
we
right.
teased you up. It's finally your time. Obviously, game of the day
Let's
for
go.
the morning or the afternoon and late afternoon slate before the night game. So the floor is yours. Let's hear it.
Here we go. So I know a lot of people have been coming on here saying I feel good. I'm this, I'm that. Here's me today with my world champion Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm scared. I am scared. This game script does not set up well for us. I think that we are going to miss Sean Murphy bunting a ton. This is an official play that I have here. This it pains me, but Cooper Kupp over 88.5 or 85.5, I should say, receiving yards. Look, Kupp has 97% snap rate and a 38% target share. Think about that. That is ginormous so far. He's got 100 yards in both games, 76% catch rate. The big thing, though, is when you look at the lines and you look at where Kupp lines up, Kupp runs almost 95% of his routes on the left side. What corner does Sean Murphy Bunting play who's out? Left side. Who do they replace him with? Jamel Dean, who is very, very average in coverage.
He's ass.
And I'm being kind. It's my team, damn it.
I'm sorry, but he's ass. He fucking stinks.
So in the slot, which is also where Kupp lines up on the left, we have Ross Cockrell, who is 90th out of 100 ranked in PFF's player grades.
So you're saying he's ass-er.
Ass-er, the ass is.
Okay.
So look, I think that the speed that the Rams possess on defense is the kind of thing that gives the Bucs problems. I think that they're going to miss Antonio Brown more than they think. So I think that will also allow Jalen Ramsey to shadow Mike Evans and take him away. Look, I'm just talking so much trash about my team. So it's not an official play because I will never, ever bet against the Bucs. This strikes me as the type of early season game that they lose. It really does.
Hey, bro, listen, this just –
I got to be honest. I got to be real.
He just confirmed every fucking thing I've been telling people all week. Maybe because he says it, y'all will listen. It's not a hate spot. This Buccaneers team is absolutely loaded. But when you have to blitz the quarterback 62% of the time over a 2-week span, it lets you know that the secondary is very bad. Yep. And if they can't generate a level of pass rush, they're just going to bring extra guys. You can't do that against elite quarterbacks. You can't do that against an offense ran by Sean McVay because he got blitz beaters. He's got man beaters. Play man-to-man defense, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like that. He's got those. He got those players. You can't try to blitz 50. You can't even blitz them half the time. That's never going to work. Give me the Rams money line. Give me the Rams plus 1.5. Give me the Rams team total over. Give me Robert Woods to have a good game. Give me Tyler Higbee to have a good game. And give me Scotty Miller's props.
Hopefully it won't get called back by a damn penalty this time.
Tell me about it.
No, but I'm with you, Sosa. Look, this just sets up as a really, really dangerous spot for the Bucs. And I think that there will be a lot of points, though. I think there'll be a shootout early, and I think that the Rams pull away late. So if you want to do Bucs first half, that might make sense. But there's a lot more value in betting the Rams today than there is the Bucs, and it absolutely just pains me to the core to say that. But this is the kind of regular season game that a team like the Bucs loses.
So we won't keep you on this ledge for too long, Chris.
Nah,
is there anything else? Because
I'm
you
realistic.
gave out your official play on Kupp. Sosa's just rattling the card here on this one. Nice little spot in LA.
Listen, I put my money where my mouth is when it comes to this stuff. I've been on the Rams all week. All right. I've analyzed this game from top to bottom. If Tom Brady wins this game today, it's easy. He's the GOAT. I can just say that. I can just say that, and nothing that I just said will fucking matter. Nothing. Because if he wins, you'll be like, well, he just did it again. But if you know what I mean, like he just figured out a way. Cool. Listen, it's easy to jump. It's easy to take on criticism when you pick against Tom Brady because there's going to be there's a huge faction of people who will jump in and say, why would you bet against Tom Brady? And I will have to deal with that. But I'm betting against the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. That's who I'm betting against today. Give me the Rams.
They're secondary. Their secondary for sure.
You know what? And I agree. Listen, the front four is amazing. I love the linebackers, but David is the only linebacker you guys got that can cover. Devin White can't cover a soul.
Correct.
So I like, again, and listen, also Devin White is the best blitzing linebacker in football. He's the best extra blitzer in football. It's one thing to get pressure with your front four, but he understands where on the line to blitz, whether to come off the corner, how to stunt. He just knows how to do that. So that's something you got to give him credit for. But yeah, I like all the receivers props personally.
Yeah. One more thing about the Bucs D, I forgot to mention the first time, they're also going to be missing JPP. Then now you're going to have to slot in the rookie Joe Tryon into there. He's fast. He's a beast athletically, but his technique and his positioning have been way, way off, which is what you'd expect from a young guy. And against a team, again, against a Sean McVay offense and against a team as experienced as that, it doesn't bode well. Historically, games like this do not bode well for the visiting team.
Yes, sir. And let's try to run through. I mean, I know Sports Guy can't join us. We'll get him to. We'll tweet.
What do you mean? He's right here.
Look at my boy. Let's go.
I was about to say we got 3 games left. One game is just going to be Shit Talk Central until tomorrow's episode. So let's just get into Seattle versus Minnesota.
And I just wanted to make sure we made this segment because Sports Guy and I have multiple bets outside of the timeline on. So obviously I'm monitoring every Seattle Seahawks game a little bit closer, and he shows up with some fire picks. So how you doing this morning, man? You making it through?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm feeling a little better right now.
Okay.
Get these games going.
All right, what are you liking for us today? Give us the rundown on
what you
Seattle.
want today, my boy?
Well, I'm taking the Seahawks -1. I bought half a point. Got that at, let me see here. I have that at -125. Pete Carroll against the Vikings. He's got a 7-0 record. Zimmer in his career against the Seahawks is 0-5. I also like the Seahawks on the road. Since the start of 2019, they're 13-4. I think this is a nice spot for them to bounce back. I think it's kind of it's a must-win for both teams. I mean, it is only week 3, but you look at the NFC West, you got teams sitting at 2-0 right now, and if the Seahawks lose this game and fall behind, could be some trouble. Vikings, they don't want to go to 0-3 either. So, I mean, it's a must-win for both. But like I said, I like the history of the Seahawks against the Vikings. I like them in this spot. Another thing I have is the over 54.5. I think both defenses have shown that they're not necessarily great. So I'm expecting both to put up points. I also am going back to the well with Bobby Wagner, over 10.5 tackles and assisted tackles. He's leading the league at 33, I think it is. So, I mean, he's kind of all over the field. And like I said, it's kind of a must win. So I'm expecting Bobby to be everywhere out there again. And I don't know if I said that, but I got it at +105. One more thing I have is Metcalf anytime touchdown -110. I think he finally breaks through. He's been kind of quiet, I guess you could say, through the first 2 games. I think today we see him finally get into the end zone. Well, I guess he got in. He got in against the Colts there. Sorry, but no, I think he gets in again today. And then on the other side, I'm taking Thielen over 5.5 receptions. I think that's at +115. I think that anybody who's matched up against Trey Flowers is probably going to eat because he is complete dog shit. So, yeah, I think that's all I got for this game. And then one non-Seahawk pick that I kind of really like today is Corlyn Sutton over 65.5 receiving yards. I think if you look back to last week, he had a monster game and he was missed on a couple long balls. So that game could have been even better.
You know what that is? That's a dead seagull.
A dead seagull, eh? All right.
I mean, y'all are the water pigeons or whatever y'all are, right? What is it? The Seattle Water Pigeons or whatever the fuck you guys are. Listen, I'm on the Vikings just cause. I think obviously all those numbers you just stated were crazy. No Dalvin Cook. That's a tough one. It's just something I'm going with Minnesota in this one, not because I think these teams are evenly matched. I think I like the weapons for Minnesota a little better. I think the over is the definitive play in the game. If I had to pick gun to my head any play, it'd be the over.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck them Seagulls. You know.
Now I'm off this game for a number of things. I think for fantasy, the normal guys that you would normally start, yes. If you drafted Madison as a handcuff to Dalvin, which you should have, now would be the time to do it. I also think that Madison makes sense as a GPP play for running back. He's probably going to be a lot higher owned now that Dalvin's out, but very, very cheap on both DK and FanDuel. So that would be my only thing for this game.
Okay. Yeah, but we just wanted to make sure we got Ryan in here. Sports guy 6'7". Make sure you guys are following him. Make sure you guys are locked in with him. I know his VIP is popping off as well. Yeah, make sure you guys are locked in with my guy. I appreciate you, brother. And yeah, let me know when you're ready to, go to a Seattle game and watch your team lose. We can make that happen.
All right, man.
Thank you, sports guy.
Appreciate
we'll
you,
talk
brother.
to you next week. 2 games left. I mean, Eddie, I hope you're ready. We can just bring you up now just to talk about this Packers game because it's the last 2 games. It's the gruesome foursome right here. Let's just get into your Niners versus the Packers.
All right.
Shoot that bird.
I'm going to make a very, very inappropriate joke. I'm going to just start with this. I'm going to warn you. Okay, listen. Aaron Rodgers looked like he either picked up a spoon or put a spoon down in the second half of that game against Detroit. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That's all I got to say. Listen, he don't play good in California. The defense can't stop anyone. San Fran's not trying to score points. We're trying to control the clock, get downfield, be methodical. We understand that we had 2 drives last week of 10-plus plays in which the clock didn't stop a single time on either one. That was by design because we know we need to be on the field to give our defense a blow. We're not deep defensively as we were last year or in years past. And the corner situation was not a good look last week. We get Mosley back this week. Give me my 49ers to handle business against Aaron Rodgers. I like Jimmy in primetime games. I like Jimmy against the Green Bay Packers.
You don't think A-Rod wants to show up for his team next year?
49ers -3. 49ers -3, and the game will go under 50.
So he's just ignoring it. Gotcha.
Yes. Not worried about any of that shit.
Now,
like I said, the play for me, I told y'all my play. I told you the 2 plays. Detroit San Fran. Detroit. Jesus Christ! Don't listen to that. San Fran -3 at -110. Under 50.5. -110. We'll meet up in the winner's circle. And one thing about me is when I lose, I'm around. I'm around. If anybody got anything for Green Bay as far as props, that's cool. Show's already made the pick on this one. I'm just playing. If y'all like Green Bay, share it with the people. Like I said, I'm on my team. Y'all don't have to take my word for it. Look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers against in the state of California. Look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers against Shanahan since he's been in Green Bay, and you tell me what y'all think. Y'all, the floor is y'all's for the rest of for the duration. Matter of fact, I'm a moderate Eddie and Rex, but Spin, you got anything for this game?
No, I take that back. The announcement I think was Trey Sermon's going to get the bulk of the carries now. So now what the bulk means, I don't necessarily know. Right. If that means that he just out carries somebody like 9 to 8 or something like that. But the only other thing that I would might take a flyer on is a Kittle anytime touchdown. I think it's at like plus 160 or plus 140. Green Bay has really struggled against tight ends so far. They allowed Jawan Johnson to score 2, and they allowed Hawkinson to score 1 and have, I think it was like 70 yards or something like that. So that would be the only other thing. But other than that, yeah, I agree with you. I think that the Packers are in some pretty dire straits tonight. I would say San Francisco to cover. I actually might even look at San Francisco on an alternate line.
Oh, wow.
Don't give away all the secrets. Don't give away all the secrets.
That's just me.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Got him with the boozy line. Come on, man. No.
We talked about this game last night, Sos, and I'll say right now, I loved everything you had to say right now. I loved everything you had to say last night. It won't get my money, but because there's a lot of questions with the San Francisco team, man. A bunch of running backs out, defensive starters out. You guys are getting Mosley back for his first game. That's gonna be a tough task going up against Adams. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does Mosley travel?
He's playing. No, Mosley doesn't travel. No, I mean,
okay.
But all right. He plays one side, but it just depends on who I think he's gonna get Devontae for like 2/3 of the game snaps for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the only reason I'm gonna be off this game. I love narratives in NFL, and I don't think that the NFL wants the Green Bay Packers to go 1-2. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just completely off this game. I'm gonna watch it. My boy's a Niner fan. I'll be at his house later tonight. And hey,
I'm sure the food will be good.
Yeah.
Because
he doesn't want to cook because he wants to pay attention to the game. So.
We take care of our people. But listen, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we see these two jokers on this side. We see you can actually move Eddie to the top, bro. Move Eddie to the top so you guys are next to each other. Right, so we got these two guys, right? Cowboy fan, Eagle fan. We know the deal with these two guys. They're going to pretend like their teams are perfect, which is great, and I hope so. But I just really want to hear y'all talk shit, man.
Yeah. I'm going to shut up during this one.
I'm gonna let Rex go first, just because I just want to see where Rex's head's at. I want to see what level of shit talk he actually has. So let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Rex, the floor is yours.
Do we add Alex in? I just saw him pop up in the chat.
Oh man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about him. We know where he stands. Come on, we got. I mean, you're representation. You don't need no peanut gallery, no brigade. It's all on you, because ain't no Cowboy fans in the comments looking for Eddie like that. They don't be talking shit like, you know what I'm saying. Like if you had Alex in here, it'd be different. Go ahead though. It's all you. Floor is yours. I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right. So this is the time where Devonta Smith, we all know who he is, but this is his show out game. This is the time where I think Jalen is just going to get him the ball, and I think he gets close to 8 catches this game. That's going to be the way that the Eagles are going to have to compete, because on the opposite end of the field, other than whoever Slay's covering, probably going to be cooking everyone with McLeod still out. So we're having Kevon Wallace probably covering someone, and Avery. So I'm not feeling too great, even with Gallup probably not in that. CD or Amari usually has gone off against us. I think this is the time CD does. So I obviously think this game is going to be a Monday night shootout. I think this game comes down to whoever has it at the last possession, because I think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to control this game. My biggest concern with him in this package is the Cowboys, I think, can potentially bring it. And no team has, or the 49ers punished us a little bit last week for it, but no one has really taken for account that we're playing Gainwell on all of our big plays in pass protection. And as a rookie, he's picking up blitzes extremely well for just being right into the league 2 games in. I think this is a spot where potentially he's either going to show out, or this is going to be the one time where Boston Scott is going to be out, so we literally have 2 running backs in the lineup. Maybe we bring up a third one, but Gainwell could be the one player that changes it there. But I just think our defensive line, hopefully Sweat on the left end, has to go at Steele on the right tackle there. And Sweat can potentially win this game there with Hargrave there as well. So I'm expecting the pressure from the left of the Eagles to be strong. I'm expecting Devonta Smith to show out and Hurts to move up and down the field with ease. while Cowboys move up and down the field with ease against us to the back.
Hey, so are you done? You done, sir?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, all right.
There's my monologue.
Okay, so look at the Cowboys in the first 2 games. Everybody talked about how bad their defense is, and yes, it's not as bad as people thought. You know what I mean? Like, surprise, we're here. We held 2 opponents in the first 2 weeks under 100 yards rushing. Eckler, who was supposed to be this fantasy darling, didn't really get off at all. So the Cowboys' rush defense is a lot better than people expected. And our pass defense is a lot better than people expected. Hey, let me ask you, how many catches did Keenan Allen have last week? 4. Yeah, 4 catches. Trayvon Diggs put him in jail. I'm not worried about Devonta Smith. Devontae. Hey, I'm not worried about Smitty. Not worried about him. Cowboys got that handled. And look at Hurts struggled with accuracy last week. The Niners what does Sos always like to say? With UPS drivers playing corner, held him under 200 yards. I'm not worried about Hurts either. Now, is he going to get off on the ground a little bit? Yeah. But let me also remind you that the Eagles have not won in Dallas since like 2017. And last year was a blowout. Not worried about this game at all, one bit. You've seen what happens when the Cowboys get the ground game going. See what I mean? We are an efficient offense when we can get the ground game going, and we don't have to rely on Dak throwing the ball 50 times. People want to call Zeke cooked. People want to say that Pollard is better. Zeke lost a step. Come on, man. The guy's got 1,400 carries. The Cowboys are treating him the way they should. Let Pollard get off. And, yeah, come on, man. Look, the Cowboys tomorrow are going to show you why they are the beast of the NFC East, okay? Why we will win the division and why we will be in the playoffs. Come on, man. Look, I'm just telling you guys, bro. He had 4 for 108. I get it. Chunk plays, but he had 4 catches. 4. And
I didn't even check that.
For him.
That would equate to him scorching the shit out of somebody a couple times.
It wasn't Diggs. I can tell you that much.
Hey man, listen, Mar said it. I didn't say it. Mar said
wasn't Diggs. Hey, look, I'm telling you this. Diggs ran the route for Keenan Allen on that pick. Diggs put Mike Evans in jail week 1.
Yo, they love these Alabama defensive backs, man. Y'all love them. Oh my God.
You, man, look, listen. The Dallas Cowboys.
This is why I'm here, though. If you notice, they're not giving you guys any picks. They're just talking shit right now. Ain't no more picks left. There's no more picks left in the show. We're done the show.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't take advantage of Dillard starting at left tackle, that's how I'm going to feel more confident with the Eagles, because we have Malata out, who's our stud left tackle. So we're going to bring in Dillard, who's a bag of footballs at this point. So that's the one part that I do not like. But my biggest thing is Zeke could potentially determine this game, because I don't have each game stat by stat, but I feel like Zeke either gets 150 and 2 touchdowns against the Birds, or he's hold under 40 or 50 rushing yards. So that's where with this defensive front, and I've seen it crazy that the Eagles have a top 10 passing defense so far this year. Granted, it's who they've played so far.
Darius Slay has been great. Slay has been great.
No, that's why I think that's completely fraudulent. So that's where I'm saying I'm more reliant on our rush defense to hold Zeke to under 100, and then for CeeDee Lamb and Crew to probably go off against us on our cornerbacks, because that's where I think those stats will be flipped after this week, where our rush defense shows back up and our passing defense gets a little bit cooked. But yes, to the comment for Warner, the Birds are putting up over 24 points tomorrow. I'm expecting at least 28.
I know they had a 91-yard pass play on a drive last week and didn't score any points on that drive.
Didn't score zero
it don't
points.
matter.
Hey,
that's last week.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm just here. I'm just throwing shit in the fire to talk shit. I guess this is why we're here.
The Eagles fans will tell you that their defense is good because they played the Atlanta Falcons, who are trash by garbage team. Then they played
the Hawks.
Huh? Yeah,
I said,
you can't call them that. Hey, then they played the Frisco Niners, the San Francisco Niners, who had numerous injuries to their running backs. They have a problem with their receiving core outside of Debo. Come on, bro. You guys
I mean, listen, I'm not even critical, bro. I was at the game. I seen what we did.
You guys are not good on defense. You guys are going to get exposed by one of the best wide receiver trios, minus Gallup, in the league, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, I already said that you guys are going to be able to pass it. I have no doubt about that. So that's where we're going to have to be able to move it with you. So that's why we're no picks yet, but I'm definitely leaning towards the over on this one because I think it's going to come down to a one-possession game. And I think whoever has the ball last is probably going to kick it in and win it. Or not, like, hit it home and win it, not probably on a field goal. But
there's a great quote that Amari Cooper gave. And somebody, I think a reporter or somebody had asked, and they go, are you disrespected when the number one wide receiver doesn't follow you? A number one corner doesn't follow you on the field. And he said, a little bit yes and no. And they go, well, can you explain? And he goes, I am disrespected because I feel like I'm the best receiver, right? But at the same time, I know what my guys can do. So like you said, it doesn't matter who Slay covers. You know what I'm saying? Because if he wants to go and follow Lamb in the slot or he wants to follow Lamb outside the numbers, Cooper's going to go off. It doesn't matter, man. And we know who it is. My jersey's coming this week. I should have got it this week, but it's coming next week. I'll have my Lamb jersey for the next show. You guys will see it, man. It's coming, bro. It's coming.
What about the Cowboys being Cowboys and trying to bribe players off for drug tests? Any words to say about that where you're trying to bribe off the league officials?
Can I handle this one? I got this one for you, Eddie.
I thought you were letting me and him talk.
Oh, no. I got this one for you. Listen, the only way to know if you can't is to ask. All right? Oh, you can't cheat. You can't cheat the test for. Oh shit! I thought maybe my bad. That's what I would. I'm cool with that. You gotta ask. You gotta ask, man. You can't eat if you don't ask for the meal.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
We'll be giving out tomorrow's Daily Bread episode. Eddie, we're locking you in to be our guest picker, our guest for tomorrow. Baseball picks and Eagles. Cowboys.
Alex will be joining us tomorrow as well during Alex, our Philadelphia. There he is. Oh, there he is.
I don't get it.
There he is.
Hey, they came in here to jump me, man.
Uh-oh, you're getting ganged up on, Eddie.
Look at Salt Man, not ready.
He's got an Eagles belt.
Is that an Eagles belt? Is that a belt?
Dude, I've had this for 13 years. I wear it every single day.
This thing has got an Eagles belt.
Day. But I thought we were meeting tomorrow, so I don't know what's going on now. But
I just threw you in here, Alex, because I just saw the private chat now because I was too focused on. I got like zero-eyed on Eddie for this one.
Okay, so we're on the private chat now.
No.
We're live, brother.
Listen, we're about to end the show. We just brought you in here so you stop crying. That's all. Everyone, Sunday morning quarterbacks, 10:30 next week. Appreciate you coming joining us. Fast Eddie, Spin Doctor, Sports is Life, Alex, the homie on that side. Appreciate you.
Hurt stance, baby.
Rex, the man.
Appreciate
you, my co-host on Daily Bread every single day. We're back tomorrow again with a highlight reel and big wins. Let's get some fucking money today. Rex, I'll let you finish it off for us.
YouTube, like it, subscribe it. Anything else, follow us on Twitter. Daily Bread Media out.